Hello guys, Nick at CPF Boxing. I've not been about much this week again. I've been very busy. I've changed jobs recently and all that stuff. I've just been really busy. I've been playing loads of football in the past week or two. Been going to the gym when I can, live stuff. You know how it is. So I've not been doing as many videos. I did a couple the other day, but before I'd uploaded them, I thought I may as well do like one with a few different quick fire topics, just stuff that I think this one will just be stuff that people have WhatsApp to me and I've been at work or whatever and be like, fucking hell, that's interesting. You may have to endure me sipping my coffee as well through the video, but I don't need to get cold. So that's just what you have to tolerate. The few people that watch my videos, me sipping my coffee, but at least I don't make that annoying noise where I go, that slurping noise. It sounds like I'm sucking someone off or something. Right, what's the first thing? The first thing I wanted to mention, I did a little video about this the other day. So Opetaia, and again, I'm going to Google this as I go along, because obviously I'm not as prepared as I think I am. But I'm getting away with it. I'm a small YouTube channel. I've seen small YouTube channels of people with pairs of crusty pants in the background and loads of Pringle cans and that, so I can get away with it. Like, Opetaia wants to unify, not Derek Chisora. Okay, so, all right. So it was mentioned yesterday that Opetaia may fight Derek Chisora. That would be a fucking awesome fight. I would love to see it. It would be very dangerous for Derek Chisora, though, to be honest. He turned down Moses Itauma. I'm not sure if he'd take this fight anyway. Probably for similar reasons that he didn't take the Itauma fight. So Derek Chisora is a warrior. No one's disputing that. Imagine that, though, guys. Opetaia is dangerous. He's a bad man. He's one of the best boxers on the planet. He's, as far as mean, being a big meanie goes, he's probably one of the toughest boxers on the planet. Yeah, he's had a couple of fights where, you know, he's struggled to take the person out, I guess. Was it that Bradis guy that he fought? He's still awesome, though. You can't knock everyone out, unfortunately. Even Itauma, he'll come up against someone that he can't knock out quickly. Hopefully in his next fight. So, yeah, they were saying that Opetaia may fight Derek Chisora. That would have been great. I reckon a lot of people would have been on board with that. It had been a strange decision for Opetaia because he's obviously a big guy compared to normal people. He's a reasonably big, athletic guy, but just with some of these giants, you've got people like Martin Bakole. Who else is big? Fury's retired. And most of them are big. Moses Itauma's big. He's only 20, but he's going to keep getting bigger. Well, they should keep an eye on that, not let him get too big. The average heavyweight, I'd say, is about 6'4", probably about 235 to 250 pounds, something like that. So Opetaia just isn't that big. He's very broad. You know, he's got a good set of shoulders on him, big back and all that. But I don't know if he's big enough to compete at heavyweight. Maybe he should stay in reign around the cruiserweight. The bridgerweight thing, people don't really take that too seriously, so I'm not even going to mention that. But apparently it's not gonna happen now. He wants to unify. But Opetaia dismissed suggestions he's considering a move to heavyweight. So he wants to become the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. Gilbert Zerdo Ramirez. Yeah, obviously this is the fight that most people would like to see, I think. Zerdo Ramirez versus Opetaia. So Chisora versus Opetaia, not happening for now. Probably not happening because Chisora will be done after his next fight. So the next thing, Liam Cameron's returning in November. So his opponent's not been announced yet, but Liam Cameron has said that he said it would be a tune-up fight, but he didn't say a tune-up fight. Obviously, if you refer to your opponent as a tune-up fight, it's quite disrespectful, isn't it? It's sort of like saying, yeah, someone's coming, they're going to get paid a bit, but I'll just be dealing with them, making sure I'm in shape, making sure I'm still sharp and all that. They'll keep me warm for my next opponent. So he didn't say it's a tune-up fight because Liam Cameron comes across as a really nice guy. I think he's quite respectful. I don't think he's going to say tune-up fight and be, you know, shout tune-up fight about his opponent because his opponent will be like, his opponent will be coming to win, as Liam Cameron said, but it won't be a name, I don't think. If he wins his next fight, then I think some bigger names will be put in front of him. But yeah, Liam Cameron, he says he'd love to fight Daniel Lappin. Maybe that could be a good fight in the future, but I think he'd need to win his next fight. If he lost his next fight, I don't think he'd be able to justify fighting Daniel Lappin. What else has been happening? Moses Itauma, an opponent has been suggested for him, Teremoana. I did a video on Teremoana recently, and I didn't say he's definitely the next big thing or anything. I was going to be like the next dominant heavyweight. I just said he's definitely one to look out for. And he's had like 4 fights, then amateur, and then 4 more fights. I think he's finished all 8 opponents in his 8 pro bouts. So for me, yeah, I mean, watch out for him. I'm not saying if I mention these guys are necessarily going to be a world champion, but watch out for them. If I'm mentioning them, then I think they can get into that sort of top 10, top 15, where you talking about them in the same sense as the big boys as potential matchups. That'd be good for Moses Itauma. Teremoana is great caliber. Obviously, he was in the Olympics. He's a huge guy, 6'6". I think he's around 260. So he's a very big guy. I've not seen him take many shots on the chin because he's been putting people away, but that could be a good fight. It would be a test for Itauma, a big, solid fighter with a good caliber. If Teremoana fought Dillian White now, I personally think, I know I'm biased after seeing Dillian White's last fight, but I think he'd take care of Dillian White. Which brings us on to Dillian White. He says he's not going to retire. He's going to carry on. Do I think personally that's the best decision? I mean, obviously, you know, me or you or anyone, we can't tell these people when to retire. You can't tell someone to stop doing what they love and what they're passionate about. People have tried it with Rocky Balboa. If you remember Rocky Balboa from the early 2000s, he told them to go fuck themselves. Same as in real life. You can't really say to someone you've got to stop doing something you love. Maybe they should, but it's the same with anything, innit? There's a point where you can't tell a grown man or woman or adult, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Because if you're an intelligent or even a remotely intelligent adult, or, you know, you're gonna do it anyway. Some people will do some stuff anyway if it's stupid through the eyes of someone else or not. You can't tell him to retire. I think he should personally. I think he's done. He's obviously made his money. I'm sure I read somewhere his estimated value is around 13, 14 million or something. So not bad. He could do other things. I don't know. YouTube's big, maybe start a YouTube channel. I don't know, but I don't want to see him fight again. If he does fight again, who do I think he'll fight? He could maybe justify and fight with a Joe Joyce, maybe. I don't know, someone like that. But I think the popularity of the names he could fight now has just dropped. I don't think he's going to get a really big fight. I guess maybe Chisora, they could build that up somehow. I'm not sure if Chisora won that now. I've seen Dillian White's last fight. He'll want to go out in a blaze of glory for his 50th fight. I don't know if he'd want to fight Dillian White. Based on his last couple of fights, he's just not, you know, again, we've got Sorry Harsh, he just hasn't looked good. That's a fact. I've not really heard anyone say he has looked good, and this is why he's looked good. He's not really looked good. He should probably retire. There's been more fallout from the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis. I did a video about it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's horseshit, really, and it sounds immature just to say, oh, it's horseshit. No one's really said anything good about it. The only good thing anyone has said about it is linked to money somehow. I can understand why they're doing it. It's a good business decision. We'd all do it. We probably would, to be honest. For that money, we'd fucking fight 10 people. We'd fight 10 gorillas probably for that money and risk our lives. It's big money, you know, it's life-changing money. But no one said, I'm intrigued, I'm looking forward to it. If you want to see a cool video, watch Michael Bisping's take on it. He was going on with the size thing, and I totally get where he's coming from. Gervonta Tank Davis is one of the best boxers. He's very skilled. He will beat Jake Paul. He'll do to him, I guess, what Floyd Mayweather did to Logan Paul. I don't know. He'll use his skills, his speed. Jake Paul will be bigger, but he needs to be able to hit him. I don't think he'll be able to hit Tank Davis. However, just why would you have a fight with someone you're so much bigger than? If you saw someone go up to someone in a pub, do it 6'4", 15, 16, 17 stone or whatever, and they picked on someone that was like 5'8", 5'9", skinny. Again, not that I'm saying the smaller person may not be experienced in martial arts or combat. I'm not saying that, but just in general as an example. Or at work, if you went up to someone at work that you're much bigger than and started an argument or whatever. I've got a bully, the job I'm finishing, there's a bully at my work. It's just like if you're much bigger than your opponent or someone, it doesn't make sense to me, really. It doesn't make sense to me to call out someone so much smaller than yourself. So he's a bit of a weight bully. My original point about bullies, the guy at work, bullies in general, they don't like to fight someone that their own size, or they don't like it when someone their own size or bigger challenges them. So Jake Paul's fighting someone he's much bigger than, so it makes him look like a bully. He's getting away with it because of the skill argument. He's so much more skilled. But again, I did a separate video on this. Like, it's a bit of a bully boy tactic to me, because yeah, he's got loads more skills, but you'll be fucking 60 or 70 pounds heavier than him. Come on, man. Fight someone in the same weight class, or even within 20 pounds of yourself. I don't know. So other than that, people talk about Anthony Joshua versus Tony Yoka potentially. I'm not that interested in that. Again, these tune-up fights, I'm not too bothered by. I guess if they need a tune-up fight, I understand it, but I don't really want to see a tune-up. I'd rather just see him fight Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's in the gym training. They could announce it now, and it could be like December, September. If they have enough time, January, I don't know. But the fight everyone wants to see for Joshua is Fury, and the fight everyone wants to see for Fury is Joshua. Joshua could get away with fighting someone else like Tony Yoka. For Fury, the only opponent is Joshua. No one wants to see him fight Usyk again. Last thing, Usyk. I have washed this t-shirt, I promise, since last time I wore it. I've been wearing it quite a lot. Redbubble. If you struggle to find boxers, by the way, or whoever, movie stars, whatever, music, go on Redbubble, just type it in the search bar and there's all sorts on there. People are questioning whether Usyk's injured, and I love Usyk. I'm a bit of a fanboy, I'll be honest. But the question if he's injured because he's been seen dancing in a nightclub or something. So you can see why they're asking that question. It's like when you ring in sick and someone from work sees you in like your Tesco's or something. If you ring in sick or you say, I've got a broken leg or whatever, I've got explosive diarrhea or something, and then they see you in Weatherspoons or something, tucking into fish and chips down in a pint of fucking Bengali Tiger or something. Do you know what I mean? So I can see why the question is not a good look if you are saying you're injured and then you're going out clubbing or whatever. As much as I love Usyk, it's an oversight on his part, but one thing I'll also say is he's human. Everyone fucks up, even Usyk. Even Usyk will make mistakes. We're all human. We've all made mistakes, whatever. We've all phoned in sick and then when we're not, let's be honest. I don't condone doing it a lot, but we've all done it. We've all fucking... None of us are perfect. The thing with the internet is everyone makes up the perfect. They've never made a mistake. We've all fucked up in life. Hopefully your fuck-ups aren't that big that you can't come back from them. Most of us did little things. So he's gone out clubbing. I don't know why, which I can't ask the guy why. I'm sure he's busy talking to other people. Fuck it, whatever. I can see why they've questioned his injury. I still think he should fight Joseph Parker. And I think even though it's Usyk and he's had stuff going on, and he's earned the right for a rest, I do still think as well as you just said, look, you have earned the right for a rest, but we have to have the same rule for everyone. You've got to fight someone now. So I love him, but I'd like to see him fight Joseph Parker. That's the fight most people, if you ask them on the street, they want to see him fight Joseph Parker. Anyway, this has been a really general, random Roundup video. I just wanted to put something out there because I've not been about. I say thank you for watching. Hope you've had a good week. Hope you're looking forward to next week. Whatever you're doing, cheers for watching. Nick with CPF Boxing. Obviously, comment, like, subscribe. If you have any thoughts, just bear in mind it's my first video. It's a quick fire video. I'll literally just set everything up in 2 minutes. Quickly doing it. Going to edit it. Then I'm off to my mate's gig. I'm off to Bank on Mastiff later, who are playing in Leeds tonight, but they're from Hull. It's sort of like really hardcore-y, sort of doom stuff. I guess similar to Harm's Way, maybe. Integrity, if you like your hardcore. I think Luke Rockhold versus Darren Till, my predictions for that card. I actually think Luke Rockhold will knock Darren Till out because Luke Rockhold never stops training. And if you look at the ridiculous shape he's in, I don't think he's on steroids. He's always been like that. When he was in the UFC in Strikeforce and that, he always looked ridiculous. Some people just have those genes. I think he'll knock Darren Till out. And I want Darren Till to win. I really like Darren Till. I've got a sneaky feeling Rocco might catch him with something, knock him out. And he is a freak, a genetic freak, to be honest. Dylan Dennis, I'll probably watch it. I'm a hypocrite, but does anyone really care about Dylan Dennis? He could do with making it through a fight and winning, and then people will care more. Tony Ferguson versus Salt Papp is a really weird fight, but it should be fun. This is the thing, I'll watch the Misfits. Do you know why? Because it's just fun. You've got to take it as fun, as entertainment. Same way, if I've got The Godfather to watch, or I've got Snakes on a Plane or something. Snakes on a Plane is like the Misfits equivalent for boxing. The Godfather's like a Riyadh Seas card or something. I like fucking B movies. I like fucking B boxing or whatever. Misfits, I can take it in small doses. The card's reeled me in enough because of the shenanigans. What can I say? It's something to watch this weekend as well. But yeah, I think Rockhold will win. Dylan Dennis will win because he'll take his opponent down. Even though KSI said he'd double Dennis's money if he knocked him out. And Tony Ferguson will win, I think. He's fighting Salt Pappy, who he has won 4 fights, but Tony Ferguson, boxing wasn't his strongest point in MMA, but he's just a fighting man, really. He can get vicious and brutal when he needs, so I think he'll beat Salt Pappy quite easily. Anyway, I'm going now. I'm going to fuck off now. Cheers for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Peace. Nick with CPF Boxing.